Do you know how your favorite pro Japanese manga artist creates shadows and shading on their artworks? It might look complicated, but they actually use basic shading techniques. The good news is that they're simple enough that you can learn them too. In this video, we will discuss 3 basic manga shading techniques that you can start using in your artworks today. We'll talk about hatching, cross-hatching, and stippling. Let's prepare our materials. Professional Japanese manga artists use dip pens, also known as nib pens, to create their line art. If you're not sure what that is, then please download our free manga PDF guide in the description to learn more about it. In case you don't have a dip pen, don't worry because you can just use a regular pencil. If you're just starting out, we highly recommend doing some warm-up drills. Draw 3 circles and fill them up one by one using these techniques. I know you're probably very excited to use this on your artwork right away, but trust me, doing this simple exercise will do wonders. We go through the exact same activity with our own students, and most of them have never tried using dip pens, ever. They're also not familiar with these shading techniques either. This warm-up activity helps them get more comfortable using dip pens and the shading techniques. I'm sure it'll help you out too. By the way, the mission of this channel is to help beginner anime and manga artists just like you feel more confident and fulfilled with your anime art. If you resound with this mission, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video. I myself I'm personally very passionate about our mission because I love anime, manga, and drawing myself. I even moved to Tokyo for it. Over the past year, my team and I have actually helped over 200 aspiring anime and manga artists. They have transformed their anime art journey, they've reignited their passion, and they were able to get the chance to work with professional Japanese manga artists. I want you to be able to experience that too. If you want to take your anime art journey to the next level, then please feel free to watch our free basic anime drawing masterclass. I'll put the link in the description. We actually tackle a couple of common beginner mistakes that are probably holding you back from achieving your full potential. But before that, let's first learn the 3 basic manga shading techniques that you can use with dip pens. First, let's start with hatching. This is one of the simplest shading techniques, and it's perfect for beginners. All you need to do is draw parallel lines that are all going in the same direction. If it's hard for you to draw straight lines, no worries. Your lines don't have to be perfect to look good. But if you're really conscious about it, you can also use a ruler. For darker shadows, you can actually draw the lines closer together. And for lighter areas, you can draw them farther apart. In manga, it's very common to layer hatch lines to add tone to the drawing. Hatching may seem simple, but it still takes a lot of practice to master. There's also a ton of things you can do with it, from shading backgrounds to adding details. Don't underestimate what you can do with just a few simple lines. Keep practicing and experimenting. If you think hatching is too simple, then you can try cross-hatching. It's basically the more advanced version. It uses the same base of parallel lines, but now you need to layer over them in a crisscross pattern. To darken shadows, all you need to do is add more lines on top of each other. Cross-hatching can produce some interesting textures. Just look at how it was used for shadows in this manga. Cross-hatching and hatching also work very well together. Simply use hatching for the lighter areas and cross-hatching for the darker parts. The last basic manga shading technique is called stippling. Instead of using lines, you use dots to create depth and shadows. You know what's the secret to make it look good? Use small dots. Just like hatching, dots are drawn far apart for lighter areas and close together for darker shadow. It gives a unique effect that is perfect for textured backgrounds, or even for mimicking the texture of skin. If you're a fan of the mangaka Junji Ito, you may already be familiar with this technique. He often uses stippling to give his artworks an eerie and unsettling texture. It can be a bit time-consuming to do stippling, but just be patient. It can definitely lead to some amazing and visually pleasing effects. What did you think of these 3 basic manga shading techniques? Let us know which one you struggled with and which one you actually enjoyed. Let us know in the comments. These techniques may look very simple, but you can do so much with them. If you want to take this a step further, please watch our free basic anime drawing masterclass. The link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching until the end. We'll see you in our next video.